Welcome back everybody to Forza Horizon 6, and today we're taking a look at the 2021 Alfa Romeo Giulia GTAm. So this was introduced in 2020 on the 2nd of March alongside the GTA, and this was built to commemorate the 110th anniversary of Alfa Romeo, and 500 units were built. This GTAm version is the track focus version of the two, going to such lengths as having only 2 seats, racing harnesses, Lexus side and rear windows, and a more pronounced rear spoiler. So as you can see, very much a stripped out interior on this. It's certainly one of the more stripped out interiors that I've seen on a an ordinary road going car, although it is obviously more track focused than usual. But yeah, you've got all those harnesses, still got a practical boot on the side, but yeah, no rear practicality at all anymore. And yeah, even though you've got the harnesses for safety and such, they've never been something I've been a massive fan on road cars, because it just makes it insanely impractical for a day-to-day usage. But you still got a reasonably accompanied interior here for what is obviously a track-focused car. But yeah, certainly not as practical as what it would have been in the standard Giulia Quadrifoglio that we already have on this game. It's also got a wider front and rear track by 2 whole inches. Bigger fenders are there to compensate for that wider track, while it has single nut wheels for weight reduction, new springs, shocks and bushings that update the suspension to make the handling better. And yeah, all in all, it's a pretty damn good looking car that is a very serious track weapon. Now obviously the Quadrifoglio version was already a good looking car, and that had plenty of power on the go, and certainly wasn't any kind of slouch in terms of acceleration, and it was a good handling car as well. Certainly one of my favourite 2010s super saloons or sports saloons, but this has definitely been made that bit better, and that's the case with the engine as well. It now has 540 horsepower, 442 pounds-feet of torque from its 2.9 litre twin turbocharged V6 engine. So the engine is the exact same size, same amount of turbochargers and such, but it gets the extra power that it has from an increase in power, the increase in power from a higher boost pressure from the turbochargers, an acropovic exhaust system, and redesigned pistons. And although that doesn't produce any extra torque over the Quadrifoglio, it does nonetheless give you 34 extra horsepower. And when you combine that with the fact that it now weighs 3,483 pounds, which is 266 pounds less than the Quadrifoglio, then yeah, that 34 extra horsepower is going to make a big difference. More power, less weight, always a good thing. And all of that power is going through an 8-speed automatic gearbox, just like the Quadrifoglio does. So yeah, very handsome looking car overall. Now granted, you don't have to have it with this paint job on it, with the stripes and the white front fascia there. You can change the colour of it if it lets me. There we go. So if you want to change the colour of it, then you do have a few other colours to choose from. You can just go pure red, just like the Quadrifoglio normally comes in, or you can have it in this sea green colour, I guess you could call it. I'm not sure what type of actual green you can call it, but yeah, I actually like the look of this colour. It's unique compared to other cars of this type, and it is the one I've seen most online. Then you can have it in this kind of bronzy orange kind of colour, and then pure white. I think the white and the green ones are my favourites, but I still do like this colour with the stripe and such. It certainly helps it visually stand out from the crowd, but I can see why some people might not like it, because it does make the front of the car look a little busier than normal. So yeah, but nonetheless, let's get out onto the Hakubu circuit and see just what this car can do. Right, here we are at the Hakubu circuit, and as per usual, we'll hear what the car sounds like, and then we'll talk about it some more. So yeah, overall this is a serious bit of kit. It's certainly a really rather good track weapon. As you can see, it's very composed in terms of handling its power, and in terms of, you know, keeping high rates of speed around corners, and yeah, overall a very fun car to drive. Now, just like the Quadrifoglio though, I'm not a massive fan of the engine noise of this. It is a little bit muted. It's nowhere near as spirited as some previous Alfa Romeo V6 engines, but it still gets the job done at the end of the day. And you know, it's getting 0 to 60 in 4.225 seconds, 0 to 108.28 seconds, and it will go to a top speed of 187 miles an hour, which is no bad thing at all. Now, you can have fun with it like that if you so wish, but this is definitely a car that is a lot more serious than most Alfa Romeo vehicles that we've either looked at on previous games, or yeah, or that's just been out there in general. So yeah, but still a very formidable car. Now, actually, the acceleration on this in terms of 0 to 60 is apparently slightly slower than the Quadrifoglio as far as this game is concerned. Now, the only reason I can put that down to is because the tyres and the rear diff haven't been changed from what I'm able to find out. So you're asking the car that already had a decent amount of power to deal with even more, and I just don't think it's able to deal with that extra power when it comes to off-the-line performance. So you have to be really rather quite careful when it comes to getting it off the line, to get it off the line reasonably quickly. But if you're able to use launch control, or you're able to, you know, improve the tyre whiffs on this car, then you will ultimately get a better launch off the line. But as it stands in terms of the standard form, then yeah, it is a little bit tricky to get it off the line quickly. But outside of that, yeah, very formidable car. And even though the acceleration to 60 isn't as quick as the Quadrifoglio, the 0 to 100 time is definitely quicker, and yeah, it's pretty damn quick in terms of top line speed as well. But on the whole, yeah, you're going to get around the track quicker than the standard Quadrifoglio, just because this has better downforce, you know, generally better grip in the corners, and yeah, more mid-range clout with that extra power and reduction in weight. So yeah, fantastic car overall. It's part of the Italian Passion car pack, alongside the 2 Ferraris that we've looked at already. There is a 4th car, which is another Alfa Romeo, and that is a racing car. But I'm not typically into my racing cars, so I'm not going to be looking at that in terms of a review. But you might well see it in another series that I've done on this game. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.